week we talked about language milestones for your toddler through 2 years of age.
Well, today we're joined by Alexis Hanson, a speech therapist at Red Door Pediatric Therapy in Minot, to continue that conversation on language milestones. This time we're discussing 3-year-olds. Good morning, Alexis.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Now, we've been talking a lot in the last couple of weeks about, when should your child start talking, when should they be saying sentences and that sort of thing. But at the time they're 3, you would expect to be able to communicate with them pretty effectively, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. By age 3, we really expect kids to be speaking in 3-word phrases. Parents should understand their kid almost 100% of the time. If they're having to translate or transcribe, for those less familiar people, more than 25%, parents or other people are asking, what did your kid say? That could indicate a speech difficulty. You'll start to see a little bit more grammar components develop. So using plurals, cars or dogs. They'll start to use prepositions: in, out, on, off. They will develop pronouns, so refer to themselves: I, me, him, her. And they'll also be able to express their physical state. So, Mom, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm thirsty. They will basically have a label for every common object. They'll have a word for almost everything at this point.
Okay, so when last week we talked about toddlers and 2-year-olds, it was more referring to objects as sort of a noise that they were making, a gobbledygook sound or whatever. So now we're getting past that point. And how much should a child actually be understanding of what you're referring to now?
Yeah, so they'll start to learn or understand more complex directions. So, 2-step directions: get your shoes and bring them here. And they should be completing that accurately and independently. They'll understand, objects by their function. Hey, which one do you wear? The hat or the scissors? You wear the hat. They'll understand the meaning of pronouns. This is mine. This is yours. And they'll be able to answer yes or no questions on their own. And also those WH questions start to develop. So those simple what and where questions, they should be understanding.
Now, how can you tell the difference between a child who doesn't understand and one who isn't listening, has maybe a listening problem? How can you tell the difference there?
Right. Yeah, that's what parents ask all the time. Sometimes it just depends, like if they can do it or they're needing those extra gestural cues. So if you pair something, a directive like over there, go get it over there, and they're able to do it, that tells me that they're understanding it. It's just maybe they want to do it on their own time.
So at now the age of 3, they're starting to understand what you're saying, following instructions. What are the next steps after this point?
Yeah, really parents, to facilitate language development, can do a lot of different things in any daily routine. As long as you guys are talking, any activity can be made into a language development activity. A really good one is asking open-ended questions versus close-ended questions. So, where there's multiple answers for the child to respond. Tell me what you see. Tell me about this. What do you think this book is about? Versus, oh, hey, do you see the truck? Do you see the car? That way, the child is able to respond with more language.
Now, sorry, go ahead.
No. Another good one is to really extend their phrases. So if they're saying, oh, Mom, a car, you can provide, yeah, it's a big red car, just to kind of bombard them with more language and more of those vocabulary terms.
Okay, so I know 3 years old can be a little bit challenging in terms of helping children deal with their frustration. And so if they can't get their point across, and you're seeing a lot of that frustration, is that a sign that maybe you need a little bit of intervention there?
Oh yeah, a lot of times, if kids aren't understood, they act out in frustration. Why aren't you understanding me? Why I'm trying to tell you what I want. And so that's a big one. Frustration is, will definitely indicate some sort of speech difficulty.
And if they're experiencing some of these speech difficulties, what as a parent can you do to help them?
Yeah, well, definitely, I mean, provide them with language, model, the language piece, and also ask, can you show me? Give them a different way to express what they are wanting to tell you. Can you show me? Can you bring me to the item? Stuff like that.
All right. Now, if this is sounding like something that people recognize, where can they go for help? Where can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. We have clinics in Minot, Bismarck, and now Grand Forks. And our phone number is 701-222-3175.
All right, Alexis, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, guys.
You too. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back.